Welcome back to our Bluesy Water channel. So we're doing a series of videos on environmental toxins, and the next category is what's called toxic halides. That's bromine, chlorine, and fluorine. So these toxic halides are quite influential on the thyroid, and we're going to post links below to some videos we have already reviewing a program to get rid of these toxic halides, and we're gonna go over this on our chart. Bromine, chlorine, and fluorine are found in toothpaste. Chlorine is found in a lot of city water supplies, and bromine is actually found in white flour. If you Google brominated white flour, you can read about that. Years ago, they used to use iodine to make flour, but bromine was cheaper. So basically, bromine, chlorine, and fluorine mimic iodine. Iodine is the food for the thyroid. Very healing. Everybody needs iodine for their thyroid health. What happens is these toxic halides go in and basically take over and knock out the iodine, and many people just don't get much iodine in their diet. So the videos we're going to post below, there's a Dr. David Brownstein who advocates a high iodine protocol, and essentially you displace the bromine, chlorine, and fluorine by taking a lot of iodine, but can be a very painful process. It is not the best method of detox. We're going to go over our chart and explain how you can get rid of bromine, chlorine, and fluorine, how to eliminate from your diet, and then infuse the body with healthy iodine. So we're going to get into our chart now. Okay, so once again, the goal with these environmental toxins, bromine, chlorine, and fluorine, is to first obviously eliminate them. So we want the best chemical metal detox protocol. So by far, the Bluesy water is the #1 product for this job. Bluesy water removes all environmental toxins, heavy metals, chemicals, pesticides, herbicides. The only thing that Bluesy water doesn't remove is literally physical parasites, but that's a rather easy job using our energy enzyme blend, which works directly on parasites. So also Bluesy water, when it contacts a toxin, a metal, or a chemical, it actually alters it on site. Now, this traditional chelation therapy can grab a toxin and drag it through your body. Bluesy water actually disrupts the actual integrity of the toxin. It transforms it, and basically it gathers up the byproduct and it turns it into an inert clump, and then it's easily eliminated. So you don't have all the aggravation. If you do straight iodine, Dr. David Brownstein's protocol to displace the bromine, chlorine, and fluorine, it is a battle, and I did this without the Bluesy water, and you can get very aggravated. So the first thing I always recommend, and this is in our videos, we'll post links below, is to first start doing the Bluesy water to detox the bromine, chlorine, and fluorine, and then you can use more gentle iodine called nascent or atomic in the initial stages, so it's not going to be as aggravating. And if you want to shift over to Lugol's iodine, which is recommended by David Brownstein because that is actually used as part of the detox, you could do that later on if you choose, but you no longer need the iodine to get rid of the bromine, chlorine, and fluorine. Now the iodine just becomes the pure food in the thyroid. You have less aggravation in the detox. So first start doing the Bluesy water. Now obviously know how you're infusing. If you go swimming all the time and you're in chlorine, that's going into your body. If you love to swim, you're just going to have to do a lot of Bluesy water and continually detox the chlorine that's soaking into your body. If you eat white flour, Google white flour, understand that they use bromine to make white flour. If you're drinking city water, know what's in the water. So know your sources, and you can Google sources of chlorine, bromine, fluorine. It's in the food, it can be in the water, and if you do toothpaste, do a fluoride-free toothpaste. If you want to do a round of fluoride you believe in it, then do the detox. If you're doing bluesy water all the time, and obviously being wise about limiting the input of toxins, you're going to be, cleaning out the residual toxins in the body and then any new toxins coming into the body. Okay, so one basic core synergy we recommend is, think of the bluesy water, and this is on this page here. You drink the bluesy water much like you're putting detergent in a washing machine. It's a profound cleaner. But if you were to do laundry, after you put the soap in, you would engage the agitator to wash the clothes. If you don't engage the agitator and you just put the soap in and you came back, you'd have filthy water, which is basically what people get when they don't do the proper pumping of the cells. They get a lot of detox reactions. So if you use the vibration machine much like an agitator in a washing machine, you can limit the Herxheimer or detox reactions. And you just keep doing this. If you have a lot of toxins in your body, it's like doing loads of laundry. Drink bluesy water, get on the vibration machine for 10 minutes. It pumps the lymph, it pumps the cells, and essentially you'll have much more effective detox. You're going to pump the bluesy water, the cleaning agent, just like an agitator in a washing machine, into the cells. So you just keep repeating like many loads of laundry if you have a huge buildup of toxins. Now, if you have a lot of colon issues, we recommend the energy enzyme blend. We always recommend this to people with a lot of toxicity because this emphasizes in simplicity working on the colon. So as it says here, it's excellent for nausea, diarrhea, vomiting, acid reflux, gas, and intestinal parasites. It's also an additional heavy metal chemical chelation product, and it has probiotics. So this is really good if you have a lot of digestive issues, if you're just starting on detox, and have it on hand when you need it for emphasis on a secondary, think of it as a secondary filter on the colon, secondary cleanser. So we recommend you always start off buying those two together. If you do the core protocol, infuse the body with this high-level cleaning agent, the bluesy water, get on that vibration machine like the agitator in a washing machine to pump the cleaning agent deep into the cellular body to move the lymph, you're going to have a much more effective detox and less aggravation. Okay, so again, these are environmental toxins that require what's traditionally called chelation, but you need products that are going to work on heavy metals, chemicals. Medical ozone therapy, for instance, works on pathogens, but anybody who goes to an ozone clinic, they do what's called an IV chelation draw to actually work on the metals and chemicals. So ozone isn't, if you're thinking ozone, not metals and chemicals. I don't want to go down the chart. The core protocol is use the bluesy water, use the vibration machine. Now you can use this homeopathic protocol. The doctor who advocates this protocol will say that his protocol knocks out metals and chemicals. So you can go click on this link, go to his website, read testimonials. I have my own opinion and my own belief system as far as where to incorporate this and how you can homeopathically eliminate metals, chemicals, and where this fits in. I think it's a piece, so you can click on the link, and he also has videos on his website. But it's an adjunct for me. It's you want to definitely do the bluesy water. That is literally a detox protocol. Do the vibration machine, as I said. It's important to move the body no matter what. Just common sense. Not only you're doing the lymph with the vibration machine, you're working on the fascia, you're working on the nervous system, you're working on trauma. So these are all contribute to the stagnation. You want to become, we always say, be more like a mountain stream, don't be like a swamp. Swamp attracts microbes. So chi stagnation exists on many levels, in the mind, in the body. So always, when in doubt, move that energy body. By the way, Dr. Lubecki in his homeopathic protocol talks about the end game is the energy body being awake and moving. So there are many pathways to create this, and if you just use common sense, you understand you want a flowing dynamic energy body. Alrighty, so we're going to post links once again to Dr. David Brownstein. You can Google him. You can Google iodine thyroid program protocols, but do understand this is a more easier and less aggravating way to go about getting rid of the culprits first, and then in feeding the food of the thyroid is the iodine. As far as how much iodine to take, there's different belief systems. Remember one last point, you're not using the iodine now to get rid of bromine, chlorine, and fluorine, so you don't have to go as high a dose because it's not the workhorse for the detox. The Blue Z water and the vibration machine, these will do far superior to detox all toxins. Now, there's other things that affect the thyroid besides bromine, chlorine, and fluorine. Also, I knew a doctor who found that mercury was a big offender. So you want to get rid of all environmental toxins. These are the main ones talked about because they mimic iodine, but any heavy metal, any toxin can compromise the endocrine gland system. You're also not just focusing on the thyroid, you're focusing on the pituitary, the adrenals, the whole endocrine gland system. So one last piece in terms of the rebuild is, and we're going to show you a link for that. Okay, so iodine is food for the thyroid. And so you're going to remove the bromine, chlorine, and fluorine. You're going to do the detox program. You're going to start feeding the body iodine, but also there are what's called glandulars. Now, if you have toxins in the body, the pituitary is the major controlling gland. It definitely affects the thyroid. So this is where you would want to figure out what you really actually need. So if you do kinesiology or have ways to test the body, this would be optimal. It's hard to, you could do lab tests and see what's going on, but the traditional treatment protocol is to give you that T3 thyroid producing hormone and not really look at feeding the whole endocrine gland system. So glandulars, you can Google this, glandulars, endocrine gland system. Here's a holistic glandulars that are food for the endocrine gland system as a whole. So I actually initially, when I was rehabilitating my thyroid, did a lot more pituitary than thyroid. In other words, it seemed that my pituitary needed tonification, and then that has a lot to do with the thyroid health. Also, the adrenals were very important, and so these are a whole bunch of glandulars that you can take. Again, if you can check the body and know how to ask the body what it needs in a very simple way, this is a really preferred way to figure out what to take. That can change depending on what you're doing, day to day, week to week. The whole profile can change of what you need. So it's good to have a way to figure out what the body needs on a regular basis. So just to review, you're going to do the Blue Z water to get rid of the environmental toxins, bromine, chlorine, and fluorine, plus any additional chemicals and metals. You're going to do the vibration machine to accelerate and potentiate your detoxification protocol and have less aggravation. Then you're going to feed the thyroid iodine, and you're going to look at other support nutritional strategies and particular glandulars to heal the endocrine gland system as a whole. You can also Google additional supplements and nutritional protocols, but this is really the foundation, the essence. If you have any questions or want to set up a consult, please contact me, Andrew at bluezywater.com. Thank you.